Hello, and welcome to Dead Bear Society. I'm your host, Kios, and today I will be talking about the work of, and I hope I am pronouncing this correctly, Akinola and Mendes. So, as you probably know if you're listening to this, we did some episodes talking about the link between creativity and depression, and we briefly discussed this study, and today I'm going to go a little more in-depth into it. I have the website, this will be probably the only link in the description of this video, and I'm just going to go through it and read sections of it and try to explain it a little bit, and hopefully you learn some stuff, and I learned some stuff. We're a little better off for that. So the abstract says this: historical and empirical data have linked artistic creativity, depression, and other affective disorders. This study examined how vulnerability to experiencing negative effect measured by with biological products and immersed negative emotions influence artistic creativity. The authors assessed the participants' baseline levels of adrenal steroid, previously linked to depression, as a measure of effective vulnerability, and then they manipulated emotional responses by randomly assigning participants to receive social rejection or social approval with a non-associative situation. Participants then completed artistic collages, which were later evaluated by the artist. Results confirmed a person's situation by their interaction. It goes on to say quite a bit more about that. Breaking this down, they saw that there was a link there, and they wanted to test it, and then they described how they tested it, but they tested it by finding these people and measuring this adrenal steroid to see if they were rejected or accepted, how that affected that steroid, so then they asked the question, what makes someone creative? And they answered, certainly some individuals are more creative than others. We really need to compare Vincent and Monet masterpieces to our own prosaic attempts, I hope I pronounced that right, at drawing a bowl of fruit, to conclude that artistic creativity is something that is individualized and immutable. So they go on there to say that this is something kind of hard to measure, how more creative one person is than another. There's a little bit you can draw a line, but it's kind of hard to measure that. But they did find some individual differences. They found that emotional influence had one of the largest effects on it. In fact, it said this: the type of emotional state appears to have an influence on creativity as well. In recent meta-analysis proposed that in addition to positive and negative mood, level of activation should be examined in an effort to better understand the relationship between mood and creativity. And it says, we manipulate high arousal activating stress emotional states. So they went through a lot of different processes to activate different types of emotional states to see how that affected the results in the patient. So their results, there's some tables. We first examined the social feedback manipulations were received as intended. There was no ambiguity regarding the manipulated conditions of social rejection and approval. Participants of the social approval condition perceived the evaluations as liking their interviewers more than those in the social rejection condition. As for effective vulnerability, our first prediction was that lower DHEAS would bring about a greater increases in negative effect when participants received rejecting social feedback. However, we anticipated that this vulnerability would not be related to changes in negative effects following social approval or non-social condition. And there are pages and pages, and this is a very deep research. Most of the words I'm having a little trouble, even me being a college student, I have trouble pronouncing some of the words used in this. So it's entitled "The Dark Side of Creativity: Biological Vulnerability and the Negative Emotions Lead to Greater Artistic Creativity." So yeah, they found that being more biologically vulnerable and using negative emotions tends to make artists more creative. Again, that was just a brief overview of me looking at it and scrolling through it to see what I saw and what stuck out to me and what I might want to share with you. The main reason I did this was so actually you guys would go down and you guys would check out this article. I'll leave a link down to it below. In fact, right now I'll even read off the website. It's www.ncbi.nlm nih.articles/pcm/articles/pmc2659536. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, but if I did, like I said, I'll leave the link down below. I doubt you're gonna go type it into your computer. Just use the link down below. And thanks for listening. Go check out the main video, and yeah.